You get to choose your expenses in life, and you can either choose to spend that money now and get well and get yourself on the right track, or you can choose to spend that money years down the road with potential medical bills, surgeries, medical complications, health complications. We're all given choices in life, and I think health should and always should be a number one priority. Just do it. Just pull the damn trigger.
All right, everybody, I have Heather Lasher here with me. She is just wrapping up her 26th week. This is actually her third program with Right to Fitness, as she's kind of gone through a couple different transformations throughout her journey here. But in this particular one, she is 20 pounds down, has lost 17 inches total, and Heather is only 8 months postpartum. So she's got a lot to tell, a lot to share for you mamas out there. So I'm just going to pass the mic to Heather.
Hey, everyone. It's nice to talk to you all today. So as Vanessa said, this is my third go around with Right to Fitness. Not because I was a quitter, but because life was life. Life gave me some good things and things I needed to take care of. I started Right to Fitness back in July of 2019. And I came about Right to Fitness at that time through good old Facebook. Friends of mine were sharing posts. They were going to the gym. They were inviting people and people that I've known for a long time. I thought, oh, wow. And I kept watching. Months went by, I kept watching and seeing their progress. And I thought, this is in Brookville. How did I not know about this place? So I reached out to Vanessa. I just private messaged her through Facebook Messenger and got an appointment set up that I could go to the gym, just kind of see how things rolled, what was going on. And I was hooked. Went there the first night. It was wonderful. Just all girls going to Right to Fitness. It was great because I walked in there. I was able to focus on areas that I needed focused on. We realized my hips were completely out of whack. The tension in my muscles and in my body were insane. I had no flexibility whatsoever. Part of that attributes to my day job. I sit all day long. So my body just naturally tightens up and doesn't want to do those things. So getting back to July 2019, I was going 3 nights a week to the gym. I had lost immediately in that 3-month time frame, 20 pounds. I was fit. My arms were getting toned again. My body adjusted, knew what it was doing. In the time span of a 3-year period, from the time our little girl was 2 until she was 6, we lost 3 babies. That was another thing that kind of broached me coming to Right to Fitness. And to say my husband and I were heartbroken was just, we were heartbroken. We couldn't figure it out. We were healthy. We were healthy adults. We obviously could make a baby. We had a child at home, had no trouble with her, no trouble getting pregnant with her, no trouble carrying her. I carried her for 41 weeks with no issues, but I was just at a point, I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know what was wrong. I wasn't sure if it was hormones. I wasn't sure if it was genetics. I wasn't sure if it was nutrition. I didn't know what it was. I needed an outlet. I needed something. So it was Right to Fitness. I go there, get there 3 days a week, bang out our workouts, met amazing people, so supportive. Told Vanessa my story within the first couple of weeks. And we talked about nutrition and genetics and hormones and all of the things that go into this whole journey. And I thought I was a healthy eater. We had a meat, we had a vegetable, we had a side dish of some sort. Some of those dishes are not as healthy as you think they are. So we kind of got into the MyFitness app. I was tracking my meals, tracking my intake, hit a caloric number that she wanted me at. So I was doing my caloric deficit while getting my workouts in. People saw me that maybe didn't see me for a couple months, were like, holy cow, what are you doing? What is happening? Come November, I kind of fell off the face of the earth a little bit. I went into hiding, and it wasn't intentional hiding. It was just on Thanksgiving Day of 2019, I had a positive pregnancy test. So I was like, oh crap, like this is great, but then what do I need to do? So a couple more weeks go by and Vanessa's reaching out to me and she's messaging me and she's like, is everything okay? Like, you are like on top of it. You come here every time you're scheduled 3 nights a week. I can't find you. Where are you at? What's going on? So I had to secretly tell her. She was sworn to secrecy, and let her know that the specialist just felt at this point in the game with the losses I had that it would just be best if I kind of laid low key, didn't do anything high resistance, anything crazy like that. So we took a little bit of a break. I'm proud to say I carried a baby for the whole term. We have an 8-month-old little girl. Her name is Ivy. So she's here. She is well. At the 12-week mark, actually probably before that, I had been reaching out. And Derek had messaged me and said, hey, are you ready? You ready to go badass again? Are you ready to do this? And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. I opted at that time to do the home program because I was going to be heading back to work full time. So a working 40-hour minimum a week job. Now the mom of 2 kids that needed to be taken to daycare and picked up. A husband that does a lot too. You know, he's working a 40, 50-hour week job. Very supportive. I can't ask for a better husband. He's phenomenal for me in that sense. But it was a new structure in our life, and we had to figure out how these things were going to work. I chose to do the online program for the 12 weeks. I signed on for 12 weeks. Immediately, like I was seeing results just in the home doing it. And I know a lot of times people will say, well, I don't have the equipment that I need at home. I didn't either. I had a set of 10-pound dumbbells. I had a set of 5-pound dumbbells. And I had a 10-pound kettlebell. That's all the equipment I had at home. And I was still able to do everything that I needed to, build my endurance back up that I needed to, because the gym is no joke. Like the finishers and the starters are no joke. Like you go in there and you think you're fit, we're all like dying by the end, but we love it. Like we love them. When the 12-week was up, it was working. It was still working for me. So I just signed up for another 12 weeks for the home with the home program. And I also did the option of hybrid. So I was able to do what I could at home and I could hit the gym as well. So if I could only get to the gym 1 or 2 nights a week, then that was great. If I couldn't get there at all, that was okay too. I could still do all of the things I needed to at home. I've been in the gym now for almost 2 months, actually physically in the gym. And just even in that 2 months time frame, just the difference in my shoulders, my arms, my abs, my legs. I needed those workouts and I needed those girls, the support. Like we rip on each other all the time, but yet at the same time, you know, we're so supportive of each other. And if you're not pushed, you know, and I'm guilty of it too. I might only pick up like the 15-pound weight and do something, and you'll hear Vanessa or Nevada or like one of the girls be like, try again, go pick up your weight up. And you're just like, oh shit, like they saw me. But at the end, you're happy. Like you're glad you did that. Time was the biggest fear for me. I'm like every other person out there. I was throwing out the excuse, I don't have time. I don't have time to do this. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I'm a full-time employee. I don't have time. I just don't have time. And like I mentioned, you know, my oldest one is in school right now. She gets dropped off at daycare about 8 o'clock every morning. They both do. I pick them up between 4 and 4:30. I could not justify like just spending any more time away from them. It was hard enough that I was away from them because I have to work. And then, you know, my husband and I talked about it, and we talked about like the pros and the cons and how it makes me feel, and that it's okay. Like, it's okay that I take me time. It's okay that I do something for myself, and that it's important for me to do something for myself. I mean, I'm probably the first person to say to you, time, along with Vanessa, she'll say it all the time. Time is not an excuse. We're all busy. We all get the same 24 hours in a day. You choose to prioritize what you put in that 24 hours. I stop and think, I need to keep up with these kids. Like my kids are going to be, you know, 7 in December and a year old in July. I'm not getting younger. So I need to be able to do all of these things still with them and be active and still keep my shit together mentally, emotionally, and physically. This is doing it for me.
Would you say that, do you feel like getting yourself healthy allowed you guys to become pregnant with your second baby?
Oh, I don't doubt that for a second. I mean, you stop and think in February, like February, March is when I was doing all of my testing, finished up my testing. I can honestly tell you from like March, we weren't really trying, like per se. In a period of what, 4 months, like bam, I was pregnant with like no issues whatsoever. My diet completely changed in that time frame. My workouts, my physical activity completely changed in that time. I dropped all of the junk, no mocha frappes every day from like McDonald's, no frozen drinks, none of the garbage. Like the garbage was gone. Yeah. I had no processed foods, none of it. There are so many programs out there that people can choose to do. There's supplements, there are different programs, there are your milkshakes, there's Herbalife, Shakeology, all of those things. Pills, my God, you can buy a pill for pretty much anything anymore. You can buy a pill to be happy, you can buy a pill to lose weight, like you can buy pills to be anything. That was one thing when I started the journey though. I did not want any supplementation, did not want any meal replacements. I didn't want any of that stuff. And like I want pure, non-processed, good food going in my body every day. I like to eat. I'm an eater. And when I'm hungry, I'm grumpy. I didn't want all of my nutrition in a shake. I wanted my nutrition to come from a meat, a vegetable, and a carb. Like I just, and it's working. Like we all prove it day in and day out. If you follow the program, it works. I love the fact that I chose to eat correctly, learn meal prepping correctly, learning how to put the correct nutrition in my body, because you know what? The rest of my life is going to be cake. Like it's cake. I don't have to worry about where I'm getting a supplement. I don't have to worry about how much of it I'm taking. I'm doing everyday normal eating. And so is my family.
And do you feel like what the programs and the support you've received at Right to Fitness has given you all of those things that you need to sustain this lifelong?
Yeah, absolutely. While I was doing online, you and Derek were available nonstop. You would notice, like tracking my meal plans and things like that. And if I wasn't losing weight, like trying to figure out, manipulating, figuring out what's happening here. Just the online Facebook page, the support that you receive from everyone else. They're constantly rooting for one another. You want everyone to succeed. When someone's down and out, you know what, you give suggestions like, here, why don't you try this? Did you try that?
That's awesome. So would you say that this program has affected like obviously yourself, you know, you've had tremendous results twice now. I think you've lost 20 pounds now twice. Would you say that it's affected your family, how they eat, their health? Like how has it affected your family?
Yeah, it's totally affected my family in every realm. So we're eating nutritiously, and it's nothing for my little one to be like, can I have carrots? Can I have celery instead of the candy bar? Absolutely, honey. You eat all the good stuff that you want to eat. Just like my mood and my overall availability to my family is phenomenal now. Like it was nothing for me to come home from working 8, 9, 10 hour day, and I was exhausted. I was mentally drained to the point that I couldn't function. And I'd be like, I gotta go take a nap. I don't do that anymore. Like I do a 15-hour day, not working, but you know, I'm up by 5:30 every morning. I'm up, ready, getting going. And I'm in bed usually by 9 o'clock. Our household is happier. We run a tight ship here because of our schedules. Like my husband and I, we don't argue, we don't fight. Before it was just like little things would set me off, and I was just an unhappy person per se, but I was happy. It's a weird way to explain it. Just think there was so much internal anxiety. Just my brain would be on overdrive all the time of the things I needed to do. And I just had to step back a little bit and say, okay, you get what you can get done in a day, and you put what's priority to you on the front burners. And my well-being and my health are a priority, because if I don't have any of that, I don't have anything else either.
I love that you said that you're more available, because I think, you know, even just hearing your story of feeling like you don't want to take time away from your family, but that 1 hour that you're giving to yourself makes you more available in the hours that you do have with them, like because your mood, like I love that. That's so important. So do you have any new goals now? We're moving from kind of more full support online to just in the studio. Do you have any goals moving forward?
We still have maybe like 5 pounds we could shed. I'm not really a fan of the scale. I never have been. I didn't even own a scale until I joined the online program. And the only reason I did that was because I had to report my weight every Sunday. I'm ready to start really building up. My belly area, my ab area has come a long way. It's already the hardest part on your body to lose weight to begin with, and then to grow a baby and lose that weight. Makes it a tiny bit harder, but I can see the change in that already. Just in the couple of months that I've actually been in the gym doing the more higher intensity, I can see the change, and that's what I needed to do. Want to get toned up a little bit more and just keep on trucking.
And what would you tell anyone who is thinking about working with Right to Fitness?
Absolutely, just do it. Take the time, invest in yourself. Money is money. And I often hear people will say it's an expense, or it's, you know, maybe it's something they don't have the ability to afford. And I always tell people, you get to choose your expenses in life, and you can either choose to spend that money now and get well and get yourself on the right track and get things going in the right direction, or you can choose to spend that money years down the road with potential medical bills, surgeries, medical complications, health complications. We all are given a body to take care of and morph and grow and do what we want with it. We're all given choices in life, and I think health should and always should be a number one priority. Just do it. Like, just pull the damn trigger.